Good afternoon, everyone. Looks like a lot of people have logged in. My name is Jeanmonod, Regional Vice President of Sales at Angel Oak Mortgage Solutions. Today, we're going to talk about broker support. We're going to really just use our website to navigate all the tools and resources we have to you. And without further ado, I want to introduce Michael Thimsen. I've been lucky enough to work with Michael for 6 years here, almost 6 years here at Angel Oak. Michael, please introduce yourself.
Hi, thanks, John. It's a pleasure to be with you today. I have been here for 6 years, and I'm excited to show you all some of the tools we have available to help you have a great experience when you do share your business with us. So thank you.
Yeah, Michael's in charge of client services, and him and his group of account managers really work hand in hand with our account executives and with you as loan officers to make your process as smooth as possible. So today we're going to cover, kind of navigate through our website. I'm going to throw this sharing screens back over to Michael. Michael's going to take you through how to register a loan, how to request disclosures, and how to submit a loan. And then Michael's going to throw it back to me, and we're going to go through our quick quote tool, our marketing portal, and this is very interactive. We're going to answer any questions you might have here. In fact, but before we get started, almost forgot. Before we get started, we're going to initiate a poll here. Sorry. Who has originated a non-QM loan in the last 12 months? We'll give it a couple seconds here. Look forward to everyone's participation. Questions here. Great. All right. Poll results. Let's see what we got. Wow, this is different from usual. Only 41% have not. That's great. Usually we're averaging around 70% so have not. So hopefully those of you that have originated, 58, 59% that have, hopefully we're going to teach you some tips and tricks on how to do it a lot faster and smoother. So without any further ado, great. So, okay. We're going to start today. Just here's our website. Really slick, easy to use. Everyone always asks us, hey, how can I find out the latest and greatest on your programs? Everything's right here. We have an overview of all our programs, and you can dive deep into a little bit more information on these programs. So just wanted to show everyone there. And then the next biggest question we always get on our webinars that we do is, well, who's my account executive, or where can I find my account executive? So we have a heat map of where we're licensed in the United States, and then also those account executives that serve that state. I know Michael's out of our Atlanta, Georgia office. I'll click on here, and these are the account executives that serve the Atlanta, Georgia, state of Georgia there. So just that's always another question we get. Then a lot of times we get a lot of new loan officers that may not be set up with us. So the next question we always get is, where do I find the broker application? And it's right up here, as you can see, application package. Whether you want to sign up as a broker, or also, how do I get my credentials? Here's your request for password, for ID and password. So whether you want to be a broker or a non-delegated relationship, all this information is on our great website that's really, really easy to navigate. And then a lot of questions. Michael, this is where you and your team get a lot of questions, and even the account executives get a lot of questions. It starts with our resources tab. And as we go through here, this is where this will make your life so much more simpler. It has our approved AMCs here. Then we have our e-sign instructions, broker disclosures. This is a really critical part of our website. Our loan submission documentations, life of a loan. If you click on this, it's a PDF that shows you every step. I promise you, if you follow that, you will save yourself days, if not weeks, in the process. There's a loan submission checklist, and there's a loan submission checklist for non-delegated, and then our investor cash flow disclosure. Mortgagee clause, everything is under this resources tab. Other documents, we do 70% of the business we do today is bank statements. And people, we always need a bank statement questionnaire. We do a lot of condos also. We have our condo questionnaire here, and then we also have the answer key. So if you get your condo questionnaire back and it doesn't, you can grab the condo questionnaire once you get that condo questionnaire back, and you compare and see if it's a loan we can close or a property we can close on. We have stuff for Freddie and Fannie. We have a closing confirmation form, broker user access form. All these are here. These will help you. And if you don't want to read the PDFs, or we also have these training guides, how to request disclosures. And all this is here. If you don't want to read, there's short videos, how to register a loan. It's easy. It's like a minute long video, and it'll show you how to do this. Everything is here, pretty easy to use. So we really want to show you all these training videos and information on how to make your loan process seamless for you, easy for you, and seamless to your borrower and everyone else associated with this transaction. So a couple of questions coming in here. Angel Loan's always been my #1 non-QM lender. Christina, thank you for sharing that. She has account executives Eric Morganson and Bob Hutchins. Great guys, great team. Let me see what other questions we have here before I turn it over to you, Michael, to show us how to request disclosures, register a loan, and request disclosures and submit. Yes, great question, Christina. Thank you for being a loyal fan, and thank you for reminding me something I forgot to say here. This is being recorded. We will send this out to you before end of day tomorrow. If we don't get to your questions, your account executive will reach out to you before end of day today or the latest tomorrow. So Michael, I'm going to turn it over to you, and let's show everyone how to register a loan, request disclosures, because this is the critical part where it starts the smooth process. So go ahead, Michael.
Thanks. If you can just allow me to share my screen.
I think we're going to get a little help there.
Take care of that.
You should be the presenter now.
Okay. All right. So you all should be able to see our website, angeloakms.com, www.angeloakms.com. And like John said, everything really happens from this website. So not only can you get resources and help in the resources tab, but this is also where you're going to go in, register your loan, submit conditions. And I want to show you the beginning piece of that, just to show you how easy that is to go ahead and get the process started. So you're simply going to log in when you get your credentials. You can either do that here at this door or up here at the word login. So I'm going to go ahead and, well, I probably had it open too long, so let me log in one more time. All right, let's log in. And you'll have your credentials using the broker user access form. And our TPO team will take care of that. And there's some great information immediately upon coming to our landing page that would be really helpful for you. First of all, you'll see our turn times listed here. So your new broker approval package turn time for setup, underwriting is here for new files and conditions, and of course closing. And like John mentioned earlier, not only can you access those videos through the resources page, but you can also click this hyperlink here on our landing page to get help with requesting disclosures, submitting your loan, and conditions if you want to see some quick videos to get a refresher on that. And then our account management team is here. So when you get signed up with us, if you're not already, when you get approved, you'll be connected with one of our account managers, and the account manager will reach out, introduce himself or herself to you, and also give you some further clarification on how the system works and some best practices. So there'll be contact information there as well.
Yeah, Michael, I know
you're ready to.
Michael,
yeah.
I just want to interrupt you there. I know that's your team, Michael, and your team is the best in the business, right? You know, and they are the glue that keeps this transaction moving down the conveyor belt. They're working with you, like I mentioned earlier. They work with the loan officer, your processor, hand in hand with the account executive, and they're a critical role with the communication to the underwriter. So get to know your your account manager really close.
Yeah, they're going to be a tremendous help to you. John's team is going to help you on the front end with scenarios and pricing and locks, and then everything else when it comes to process, when it comes to sorting your conditions, getting them ready for the underwriting, talking to you about turn times, expectations, and when things can close will be handled by the account management team. And the team that's here, they all have a lot of experience. Everyone that's on my team has been here at least 2 years, so that longevity has really helped build some institutional knowledge that's going to really help you all get deals done more quickly and efficiently. When you're ready to do a loan, you just simply click on Add New Loan, and here you'll be directed to select LO and processor, and these will be the people that get updates, and then you will browse for your 3.2, or you can drag and drop it. So I'm going to go find my tester here. And then once you do that, you simply will click Next, and that will download everything into our portal. So very easy, user-friendly. And a lot of you have had some experience with the portal like this, so I'm sure this looks familiar. We do need you to enter a couple of things manually here. So we're going to need the application date, and on the brokered loan, you're going to want, well, it probably help if I had the right year on my test environment here. So today is, all right, so we're going to find the 26th, which is 27th, sorry, and then we will try to close this thing in a month. So once you enter those two dates, you can click this blue register button. And that will, well, and the system also gives you some hard stops, which are pretty easy. So in this case, I need to retype the first and last name of our borrower, Alice Freddie. And then we'll go ahead and register. So at this point, you'll see that green check mark, which is always good. And then you'll have a loan number that starts with an 8. If you see that, then you'll know that you have registered this successfully and you have a live loan in the system and started with Angel Oak.
Michael.
Now, the thing about the portal that is key to understand, and there's an easy-to-use mnemonic that goes along with it, if you want us to take action, we need you to take action in the system. And the first thing you're going to want to do is, intuitively, you want to request disclosures, but that's why we have these great webinars to show you the thing you really need to do is to select your product, pricing, and lock. And that screen will come up.
Michael, let me ask you a question. When you register that loan, who gets the notifications on that?
Your account manager and your account executive.
Okay, right. So usually a lot of times,
we are going to.
Sorry, a lot of times they'll call their account manager and their account executive, and that's critical because if they didn't get a notification, there's something that was missed. So just wanted to help them out there.
Thank you. Yeah, appreciate that. So here we're going to go through, we're doing a non-QM loan, and we are going to do 12 months. We'll do bank statements, and we're doing a purchase, a primary residence. And I guess, you've seen lock screens before, so let's click to proceed. Self-employed, we're going to say yes because we're doing bank statements, and we don't have a non-occupant co-borrower, so we're going to click to proceed. We'll say our credit score is 750. We don't have any lates or housing events, so we'll click to proceed. Our loan amount is $150,000, and we want a 30-year term. We're not going to waive escrows, and right now we're doing 30-day lock. Now, at this point, you can hit C rates, and the system is going to make sure you select borrower paid or lender paid. So let's do borrower paid, and let's see what the rates look like. So at this point, and again, this is just an illustration, but I'm going to find our par rate of 8 3/4. Now you have two choices here, and this is an important thing to recognize. You can either lock now or select pricing and float rate. So I am going to select this rate and lock now. It's going to request that you confirm the terms, and I'm going to submit. The system will process that for a second. And we are set to go. So our lock request has been entered. That'll go over to our lock team. I'm going to hit OK. And now that you've done that, you can take action by requesting disclosures. So the system is going to connect to our disclosure request engine.
And Michael, right now, how long is it taking to get disclosures right now, do you think?
Right now, not too bad at all. At the most, 2 days.
Okay, great.
Good question.
Just trying to set expectations here, so.
Yeah, it's a great question. So on this screen, you're going to need to enter everything that has a red asterisk. So we're going to do, we already said we're going to do borrower paid. We're not going to buy out the underwriting fee. We will have a credit report fee. We're not going to do third-party processing. And let's say just to enter a number, our borrower pay total is 1,000. And we're going to default the title to a national provider, but you can also search to see if your title company is in here. But for time purposes, I'm going to just focus on the red asterisks. I'll probably say that right. All right, so let's go to the fee itemization. And you'll get a preview of what it looks like. And then the things that you can edit, you'll see a little pencil here next to it. But I'm going to say this looks pretty good. So then I'm going to hit LE Preview. Gives you a nice breakdown of the fees associated with it. You're going to confirm the property address and borrower. And then I'm going to go ahead and request the LE. Confirm request. So you'll get an email confirmation when you do that. Our team, our disclosure request team, will also get notification via this being placed in their queue. And then they will reach out to you to confirm that the terms that you entered are correct. And that's what's happening when they process your request.
So,
they're going to, like I just mentioned to John, take about 2 days at the most to get those out. They'll confirm with you via email that this is what you're looking for from an LE perspective, and then they will send that out to the borrower to e-sign. One thing that my team does is once these are sent out to your borrower, my team, I like to say we have two hats. We have operational mode and we have sales mode. At the beginning of this process, we're going to be in sales mode. We're going to reach out to the account executive to make sure that once we send this LE that it actually gets signed and executed, because we definitely want you to continue to do this loan with us. So this is the first step. And then down the road, as you gather your conditions and as you get ready to submit the loan and use that really handy submission checklist under the resources tab, we're going to be able to help you get that loan submitted as well. But that will also be through the loan actions tab. And the account management team is here to help you take care of that as well.
Michael, what do you see are the most common errors you see or mistakes you see at this request for disclosures, LE period? What are maybe some of the top ones that you see?
Watch out for, especially in this environment, we're seeing things that maybe don't hit the high cost test. You definitely want to watch out for that. It's like anything else. The more attention you put into detail at the front of the process with your fees, the easier the whole thing is going to be. So take a few extra minutes to make sure you enter every fee that you can at that itemization page.
And I think it's critical as an originator that you've had that conversation with the borrower, whether you are going lender paid comp and you've discussed that rate, or you're going borrower paid, right? Because that usually holds up a process and having to start over and stuff like that. So I usually hear that from the sales side, is that's what holds up a file moving swiftly through the process. So.
But that's how easy it is to register a loan here. That just took me 7 minutes to do. Go through the product and pricing, and we know that once you do a few, you'll really get the hang of it. But again, our team is going to be here to help you if you have any issues.
So Michael, disclosures get executed. I don't know if you wanted to show how to submit.
You're going to submit through the loan actions, but I can't do it through this testing portal because I need the disclosures to be signed. But
Okay.
I can include a document that shows how to do that with the when we send out the recording, if you want to do
You
that.
bring up a good point, Michael. We'll send that out to everyone who registered for this. Again, this is being recorded. We will get this out before end of day today to everyone who attend and everyone who registered. So thank you, Michael, for that. So I think you're going to pass it back over. Is that all? That was what you were covering, right, Michael? Anything?
That is.
One of the things I did want to bring up, though, we're going to send out how to submit a file afterwards. But Michael, I know a lot of people out there try to submit maybe just 50% of the conditions, that we require. Give us a couple of best practices that you and your team love to see from whether it's a processor or originator themselves with regard to submitting a loan and then clearing conditions. So
Yeah, especially when it comes to conditions, everyone's pretty familiar with using a checklist and submitting your loan. But when it comes to conditions, really just think that you're an underwriter for 5 minutes. And is an underwriter going to want to see 5 of 10 conditions come in, or is he or she going to want to see 8 of 10 or 9 of 10? And what I always encourage our correspondent partners to do, and obviously everyone on this call, is take an extra half a day or take an extra day, get us 8 of those 10 conditions or 10 of those 12, and you're going to set yourself up for a really good experience, A, with the underwriter, and then B, obviously with your turn time, because you're going to probably have one less submission when you do that to get your clear to close. The other thing I would say is, and it's old school, I know we've all been in this business and we've said this forever, but explain to the underwriter what you're doing and use notes and use processor certs if there's any kind of gray area at all, and you want to try to use a document. Don't just think that the underwriter is going to know what you're doing, but try to explain it. That's a huge thing that I hear from the underwriting team who sits 5 feet away from me here.
Yeah, Michael, I think that's critical. Everyone thinks non-QM loans are hard to do. They're really not. It's just we're usually either using different documentation, and that's bank statements, and that's a heck of a lot easier than tax returns, right? And that's been calculated at the pre-qual stage. And but these borrowers are going non-QM for a reason, and it's always great to kind of tell that reason, and maybe it's a cover letter to the underwriter, on why. So I think Scott, one of our account executives in Florida, Scott Corbell, he just posted a video. He closed the loan in, I think it was 12 days, from submission to funding, 12 days. So, they can close really easy. It's just how much time and energy and effort you're going to put up front to make this a smooth process, not just for you, your borrower, and your referral source, because we know how critical they are in your future business. So we're very well aware of
you really have to change your mindset just a little bit on that. And I had an illustration of that today when I had a conversation with a broker who said that, I'm really used to automated approvals and conditions there. And this is going to be different. So you're going to have to reorient your mind just a little bit, but it's not complicated. But our underwriters, it's actually a little bit more forgiving in that, they are trying to find the story of the loan and figure out a way to get it done. And it don't have to go off of necessarily just an automated approval.
Yeah. Great, Michael. Love working with you, and your team are a bunch of pros, so appreciate you. So we're going to flip over. Michael's giving me back the website here. We're going to take you through, we always do this, but we're going to take you, Michael showed you a little bit of pricing there, but everyone always wants to know, how do I get rates? Or, do you guys publish rate sheets? The answer to that is no, but we have available 24/7 is our non-QM quick quote up here in the upper right-hand corner, or here towards the middle of the screen, left side here. So, excuse me. So when you log in here, you don't need credentials. And guess what? We will do a pre-qual for you on a TBD. That's always a big question we get during our deep product dive. Most of our people are brokers, so we're going to go through our broker channel here. Loan amount, our self-employed borrowers, those are the ones with really large loan amounts. So start here with a half of $500,000 credit score. Our average credit score is over 740. Loan to value, we'll do a 75% loan to value. We're asking for housing history here. 0 times 30 in the last 24, or if your borrower has had a mortgage late, let us know. 1 unit purchase. We also do rate and term, cash out, and delayed financing. That's a big one. It's slowed down a little bit, but I'll talk a little bit about it. No, we're not diving into products, but delayed financing is someone paid cash and they want to get their cash back from what they put into that transaction. We can do that. We treat it just like a purchase. Owner occupied, U.S. citizen, 30-day lock duration, and we'll leave it at par here, but we requested a 75% LTV. Your borrower, based on their credit score and all the information you input above, they're actually eligible for an 80%, but we're doing 8.75 on a 30-year fixed, and gives you some highlights of the program. You have to have 24 months seasoning from a bankruptcy or 24 months from a housing event. Reserves required, and this is your lock duration, and gives you some other highlights here. And then, as Michael showed you, here's a rate stack. All right, so we're going to look at a rate stack here just for demonstration purposes. We're going to leave it at par here. So this is how you're going to get us a pre-qual, or what we call internally a quick qual. You're going to select that option, and if you have a 3.4 file, great, drag and drop it into there. If you don't, like most of our loan officers don't, we'll take a PDF of that loan application 1003. You'll hit next to get that to us. I don't have account executive I'm going to pick Alina because I work with her all the time. Great account executive in Florida. And then you just fill out the required fields: your company, your loan officer, your name, NMLS number, phone number, email, borrower's name, and then the state that you're closing this loan in. And if it's a bank statement loan, like a bank statement loan, you're going to drag and drop the 1003 here. You're going to drag and drop the credit report into this box. And then if you have a 1008, great. If not, this is where you will be able to drag and drop your bank statements, whether it's 12 or 24. You can also get a business questionnaire here, or as we mentioned earlier, under our resources tab. And then any other additional information that will help the account executive do that pre-qual for you in a more efficient way. And right now today, if it's a bank statement loan, we're probably getting pre-quals done in about 24, maybe 48 hours, depending upon the complexity of the bank statements, or if the credits needs a couple questions answered. So that's how you get us a pre-qual. And within 24 to 48 hours, if it's a debt service coverage ratio, you probably get it in less than 24 hours. So a lot of other requests we get when we do our deep product dive webinars are, hey, how do I market myself differently? Well, we're gonna go back. Let's go back to the home page, and where Michael logged in earlier, you do need login credentials, so you have to be an approved broker to get to our marketing portal. So I'm gonna, like Michael did, I'm gonna log in here, and everything's done out of this portal. As Michael mentioned earlier, you can add a new loan, see your current pipeline, and forms and training are here. As Michael mentioned, turn times here. Those videos are critical for how to get your files through the system. We have account executives that say this all the time: watch those videos twice, and I think they're less than a minute and a half. Watch those videos twice, and if you still have any questions, give me a call. But for today, to help you guys market yourself, we know refinances are down almost 80%. We're near the end of the year. What are you going to do to get your business back on track or grow your business for the rest of 2022 into 2023? So we have a bunch of great tools that you use, and usually this is where I show a little bit of frustration. This has all been created for you at no expense to you. Just imagine that. No expense to you. Angel Oak is investing in your future and your business. So we do a lot of bank statement loans. Here we have flyers for every program we have. You can see all these programs we have. We have them in Spanish, but this is here for you, for your use. And all you have to do is put in your logo, your contact information, your disclosures, and save it. And that'll save it for every flyer we have. So if you're driving around, why not just every stop you make on a Saturday when you're running errands is probably a shop that is a self-employed bar. Why wouldn't you take these flyers with you and just leave it there? So, and again, we have flyers for everything out there, for attention realtors, for visas, for foreign national. We have that investor cash flow flyer. Every flyer out here, 1099. Here are the Spanish flyers. So it's a great resource. Use it. We are getting a lot of requests for this lately. So I think people are realizing these tools are out here based on our previous webinars or conversations that they're having with their account executive. We have whiteboard videos around every program we have. They're cute, great videos that explain it in a minute or less that certain scenario. Like, let's stay on the theme of bank statements.
A successful business owner, Bill, wanted to purchase a home. Although he heard it would be difficult because he was self-employed and likely wouldn't qualify based on his tax return income, since he takes every imaginable deduction to reduce his taxable income. Bill found many realtors wouldn't help him because of their preconceived notion that bank statement programs for self-employed borrowers are difficult to close. Fortunately for Bill, Mike knew better.
That's a great resource there. Social media. Here we have it for every program. Also, let's stick on bank statements. We have bank statements for borrowers. So if you want to post on Instagram or Pinterest or Facebook or LinkedIn, we have it driven towards borrowers. And we also have content driven towards realtors. This is all pre-canned for you. Copy and paste, drag and drop, whatever you want to do. It's all available for you here. Our marketing department has done a fantastic job building this for you. We also have showed the whiteboard presentations. Got a bunch of AEs today say they're doing realtor presentations today, and this is a powerful presentation. We go out on your behalf, whether you do it in person or via Zoom or webinar, whatever, GoToMeeting, however you do it. We don't expect you to be the subject matter expert. Our account executives are the subject matter expert. They will go out there and present on your behalf. They will inform your referral source, your realtors, how, whether we like it or not, realtors might, as the video showed, realtors might pre-qualify your borrower before you get to the borrower. And they might say, I write off everything on my taxes, and therefore I can only afford a $300,000 house, versus giving us the bank statements, letting us calculate the income for you. Well, now we've increased that borrower's purchasing power maybe by 2, 3, or 4 times. So we educate and inform your referral source on all the programs out there. We don't say anything about Angel Oak. We go in there, we're just going to say, I'll use Christine here because she's a customer of ours. Bob and Eric will go out on your behalf and tell your realtors all about the programs that Christine has access to. So everything gets driven back to Christine. What are you going to do when you have a self-employed borrower? You're going to contact Christine. What are you going to do when you have a savvy investor that doesn't want to show tax returns or all the lease agreements for an investment property? You're going to contact Christine because she has access to us, and we do a DSCR program. We even have the flyer for it, for you to send it out. I know one of our Dallas account executives here next week, or November 8th, has a wine and learn. They're doing it at a wine shop. They're inviting realtors. They're inviting realtors into a Specs or a Total Wine, or wherever you're located across the country. They have wine tasting rooms in the back. Get creative. Inform your referral source, and they will drive more business to you. So that's our marketing portal. And really don't have any additional questions. I would encourage you to contact your account executive. they will help you grow your business. I promise you. Refis are down. Michael, anything you want to add in closing?
Yeah, I just would say another added benefit of working with us is the experience of our operations team as well, not just the account management team. But our underwriting team has multiple years of experience. They've seen just about every scenario. They write excellent, clear approvals with good conditions. So, utilize the account managers as a go-between between sales and underwriting, and you'll be happy with the experience.
Yeah, so, thank you, Michael. Again, you and your team are the glue, for the AEs, for the brokers, and for the underwriters. So I appreciate what you guys do every day and the level at what you do at. So anyway, that's all we have today. Stay tuned. We will send out, again, a recording of this. If you have questions that we didn't get to, your account executive will reach out to you before end of day tomorrow. And on behalf of everyone here at Angel Oak, for those who have closed loans with us, like Christine, thank you for your business. For those who haven't, please give us a shot. Michael, his team, the account executive you're working with, all of our underwriters are motivated to help you look good in this transaction. So thank you on behalf of everyone here at Angel Oak. Have a wonderful afternoon and a great month end. Thank you.